Come on in. Hey, get in here. I'm in the office today. Uh, Gonna be kind of a hectic week for me. But come on in, get in here. We need you. Strengthen your soul is on. Uh, I'm gonna raise up my seat here because I hate sitting too low. Of course, it's not gonna work now. That's as high as I'm going. Maybe I am higher. Can't tell, but I feel good. I hope you feel good too. As always, I need you to get a drink. Get a drink. Get your favorite drink. Get a drink you enjoy. Get something that will freshen your day. Get something that will raise your mood. Get a drink, but get in here. More than anything, come on. We need you. We want you. Get in here. Strengthen your soul is on. For review, as always, I gave myself a paper cut. Literally a paper cut as I was working with this thing. It's painful. It's annoying. Our schedule, as always, 8 o'clock we open up. 8:01 we have a drink. 8:02 we get started. 8:10 we try something. We lean in to see if we can have our soul strengthened tonight. One of the promises of Jesus, and I recognize many of you who watch these, you're not sure about Jesus. But many of the promises of Jesus is this: he knows how to give rest, strength, life to your soul. So I'm trying to help people, uh, many of whom have nothing to do with the organized religion, uh, access and room to explore. So we're going to try something at 8:10, and at 8:05 we're going to wrap up. I'm going to look at my hand way too much. I'm feeling energized right now. Anyways, grab your drink. Let's have a sip. Tonight it's water. Water for me. And here we go. Cheers. And let's talk about your soul. So many of you, over the past couple of days and throughout this week, it's all going to be about positive, strengthening your soul. So sometimes we strengthen our soul by pulling out what's broken. A friend of mine, author, and kind of a hero for me, a guy named Rob Reamer, he says that the soul is often like a suitcase, and we can pick up and carry around stuff we do not want to carry. So we got to get that stuff out of our soul so we have more room for joy and life and love and God. So we need to get rid of some stuff, but also, and this week, we want to talk about how do you strengthen your soul by adding good things. And so this is sort of a part two, a continuation of last night. If you didn't watch last night, it was amazing. We talked about how do you give a blessing? How do you make someone's day in a way that strengthens both your soul and theirs? And I asked for a couple people to comment. And maybe if some of you comment tonight, I'm not planning on doing it tonight, but if you comment and say, hey, I want in on that, I'll probably do it for you in the next, I don't know, next little while, maybe early next week. It was a lot of fun. But I got to just bless some people, try to make their day. And one of the people messaged us that I wept through the whole thing, cried the whole time. And it was pretty cool. So we're talking about blessing again, where we use the term speaking life-giving words. And tonight I want to talk to you about how do you receive life-giving words. So a couple of things. One is this. You ever met anybody where you try to compliment them and they can't accept it? And like an honest, authentic compliment. So some people you go, honestly, you're one of the most kind people I know. I got a friend like this. He's one of the greatest people I know. And he was a mentor to me. And for years, and we've been addressing it, he actually really struggled to take a compliment. Like an honest blessing, life-giving word. So I'd say stuff like, he's such a great person. I want to use his name. I'm not going to. I try to keep people anonymous typically. So my friend Mark, I go, Mark, you're like a hero to me. I love my dad, but you have become like a second father to me. You've taught me so much of what I know. And often he would interrupt there and go, I didn't teach you anything. I didn't really give you anything. And he would stop actually me from giving him all of the blessing I wanted. And so we both actually lost out. Now, hear me. Almost everyone is like this, at least in Canada, where we're from, where if you really tell people the best about them, it's very hard. It's very hard to receive. Here's a question for reflection for you. How do you handle life-giving words spoken to you? Do you receive them, or do you try to reject them, like you disagree, or do you try to like rebound them away from you? One of the things about church people, so if you don't go to church, here's a secret for you about church people. We're often really bad at receiving life-giving words as well, because we will say very spiritual things like this. Oh, it's all because of God. Now, what you need to know, I am a man of faith. I've decided to follow Jesus. I am a Christian. You call me that. Uh, and I fully and 100% believe this, that everything that's good about me, everything that's worthwhile about me, is a gift. But when people try to encourage me, I don't want to rob from them nor me of their affirmation of the good stuff God has done. So again, it's good to go, if there's good stuff in your life and you go, God gave that to me, that's awesome to do. But first, let the person finish and receive the blessing. So I want to talk to you about how do you receive life-giving words. Number one, so somebody comes up, they tell you something. One, listen. And I'll put the word humbly there. When somebody goes, I really do want to encourage you. Here's what can happen. I had it happen literally last night. I got a beautiful text from a friend of mine, and maybe you watched my video, maybe you didn't really matter. And the first thing that I wanted to do was to just go, cool, thanks, that's nice. And I actually had to slow down and listen humbly or openly. Literally, it was like I had folded up my ears and I had to open them up wide so that I could hear what was being said. So you got to listen humbly. You got to open up. Number two, you got to test its truth. Now, some of this you'll be able to do intuitively, but sometimes people will just lay it on too thick. So you got to test, is this really true? You might even disagree with what's being said about you. But if you're listening with open ears and then you test the truth, sometimes you can receive unbelievable words that just strengthen your soul and strengthen the person who's given it. Number three is this, and this one's really important. Ask. Ask for more, or at least revisit. A friend of mine, some of you know him, some of you don't. He's the dean of my doctoral program. His name is Martin Sanders. And he says this, when somebody gives you a compliment, here's what you should do. You should go like this. Keep going. Come on. Tell me more. And that image actually stuck with me because that posture is just wide open and it's longing for more. And hear me, there's something about the human soul that is longing for affirmation and validation from others, from those you love, and even more so from the Father of your soul. So ask for more, or at least revisit. So I got this beautiful text. I didn't text back and go, tell me more. It wasn't the right time. But I've reread that text a couple times. I've fed on it. I've received it. And my soul is strengthened. Let's talk about trying. As always, we have this concept of think, pray. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to lean in and we're actually going to go, God, Jesus, the universe, for those of you who aren't sure about Jesus yet, is there any life-giving words you'd like to say about me? So you're going to think and pray and just sit there and allow life-giving words to come from God. 2, write them down. And then revisit. Now, some of you might get something that's so profoundly meaningful. It might be something simple. Remember, often when I started thinking and praying and doing what some people call listening prayer. I like that term. God would tell me often, I love you. I hated to hear it. My soul was really, really broken. I hated hearing I love you. I wanted to hear what to do. I was very religious in a negative way. It was killing my soul. So let's try right now. Let's receive potentially some life-giving words from the Father of our souls, from God, from the universe. So here's the question. You just sit there and we'll listen. Then I'll share. I'll do this alongside of you. So God, is there anything that is true about me or about those listening that we need to hear right now? Just listen and let thoughts pop into your brain. Here's what came to mind for me. Simple one. You are loved. You are forgiven. You are strong. Walk in strength. Again, some of you might be wondering, why do I share these? It's because I want you to see what my interaction with God looks like, so that you can learn by listening and looking. And again, it might be different for you, but that's what I heard: that I'm loved, I'm forgiven, that I'm strong, and to walk in that strength. So I hope this helped you, and I really hope it helps you. Next time somebody goes to encourage you, speak good words over you, give you some life-giving words, open up. Open up your ears. Open up your ears. Test the truth. Ask for more. Give me some more. Or at least revisit them. With that being said, hope your soul is getting stronger. Hope you're feeling more connected to others and to God. And with that being said, I love you. I'd love to just speak some blessing over you. May you experience the strength of God to meet all of the challenges you are facing well, with life and hope and love. And may you have a great night tonight. We'll see you tomorrow, 8 p.m.